Welcome back to First Take. Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs even the Western Conference semifinals last night at 1-1, dominating the Timberwolves in Game 2 with a 133-95 win. San Antonio had 7 players scoring in double figures in a balanced offensive attack. Wemby bouncing back with 19 points, 15 boards. Anthony Edwards held in check too, finishing with just 12 points in 24 minutes of action. The Spurs have the 5th largest win in Game 2 after losing Game 1 in NBA postseason history. They joined the Minneapolis Lakers, Supersonics, Thunder, and Clippers. Whew. You calm down now? Like your heart rate go down a little bit? You good?
You good? With the broom.
All right.
Or,
we're good.
Feeling good.
Okay. So, Perk, as this series shifts to Minnesota, it's tied 1-1 now. Which of these two teams can least afford to lose Game 3?
Oh, it's the Spurs. It's the Spurs. You're going into a hostile environment, right? You're down. You're trying to get back home court advantage. You're going against a team with a lot of experience, a team that's going to be pissed off, a team that has established a home court in an arena that's hard to play in. You want to come in and you want to set the tone early if you're the San Antonio Spurs. And it's coming down to you want to get that win, Game 3, because you don't want to continue to let this go on where it feels like the Minnesota Timberwolves have some type of control or confidence. If you could go into Game 3 and snatch their souls like you did in Game 2, then all of a sudden we having a different conversation. But if you go into Game 3 and Minnesota returns the favor, and all of a sudden we see the noise talking and all of a sudden the energy in the arena, we see guys, because it's already going to be physical. They started chirping last night. And so if you're the Spurs, you want to come in and try to at least mimic the same level of play. I'm not saying it's going to be a blowout, but if you could come in Game 3 and punch them in the mouth and get that dub, oh, man, it benefits you.
Well, I would tell you this. That's fine, and that's a clear advantage for San Antonio, which would be true. But in terms of answering the question directly, which team can least afford – I didn't say you didn't answer it. Let me finish. I said in terms of which team can least afford to lose Game 3, I would say it's Minnesota. I don't think you want to go into a Game 4 down 2-1 after losing by damn near 40 in Game 2 to go on your home turf and get smacked around with San Antonio sending that kind of message for Game 3. It might, it might sink you to an abyss you can't recover from for Game 4. I think Minnesota, it's very important. If San Antonio loses Game 3, all right, we're a young team, we down 2-1. They beat us Game 1. We answered the call Game 2. They got us Game 3. All we need to reclaim home court advantage is win one of these games. Okay, if I don't get Game 3, I get Game 4. You, Minnesota, you can't have that attitude because you're trying to avoid a Game 7 in San Antonio. You want one of those situations where you want to put them on their heels by winning Game 3, put them on their heels so they know they got to win Game 4, and then try to punch them in the mouth again for Game 4. You lose Game 3, Minnesota, your destiny is a 7-game series loss. That's your destiny if you're the Minnesota Timberwolves and you lose Game 3. You can't lose that game.
Queens and the Bronx agreeing. Wow, what a moment in New York City history. I agree with Stephen A. It got to be the pressure's on the Timberwolves here, man. If we know one thing about Ant Edwards and Jaden McDaniels is that they are competitive. They are competitors, and they're going to come out on fire for this game. And you could, if you are the Timberwolves and you potentially waste Ant Edwards, Jaden McDaniels masterclass, you are cooked. That is it. Game over. I love Julius Randle. That's my guy. You know, I called him Julibranius when he was out here with the Knicks. But, man, you need...
Called him what?
You need Julibranius, Stephen.
Oh, God. But hold on. Real quick.
Julius, LeBron,
so,
together.
Let me ask you this. So, y'all telling me that if this series happened to go 7 games, you don't have trust in this Minnesota team and Anthony Edwards and Jay McDaniels?
No. Don't say that. Don't say that. Because I love Minnesota. I love everybody there.
I'm just asking the question. Is either
I don't.
Don't do that.
They're proven.
Because Ant-Man is not 100% and DiVincenzo's gone. That's why I feel. I don't like Minnesota's chances in a Game 7 in San Antonio.
Yeah, but S.A., my thing is that, to me, what I saw in Game 6 when they was facing adversity last round, I saw guys elevate their level of play.
Right. against a team you said doesn't play any defense.
I didn't say it. Jay McDaniel said it.
But you echoed it. I did. All right, then.
He said it first.
Okay.
But I'm saying he still took down arguably because one could argue that, hey, Jokic is still one of the best players in the world. That's what we've been saying over the last 2 years.
I'm just saying.
So what I'm saying is, I have enough trust in this group from what history tells us that they willing to face and overcome anything because guys will step up.
Let me be very, very clear on national TV what I'm saying.
Okay.
For Minnesota to win this series, they need to do it in 6. I don't believe I think Wemby and who he has proven to be and how he just answers moments.
He does.
I think that him in a game 7 defensively would be so nightmarish for the Minnesota Timberwolves that it will propel the San Antonio Spurs to victory. Minnesota, in order to win this series, in my opinion, must avoid a Game 7 back in San Antonio. You cannot do that if you lose Game 3 in Minnesota. You just can't do it.
All I'm saying is a lot more pressure on them jump shots from the others in the Game 7. Take it from a guy that played in a lot of them.
That's fair.
They go to Game 7. Wembayama has 20 blocks. You heard it here first.
Good Lord.
Oh, by the way,
Game 3,
Courtney,
Friday night up in Minneapolis.
Miro is, I want to go to commercial break because now that Perk has reminded me, the hoodie, the gold chain, the hat, it is distracting me. I don't like it. You understand what I'm saying? Next week, my brother, modify that wardrobe.
I got you.
And Mello and D-Wade, y'all do it too.
Listen, I'm going to come in like I'm going to Hogwarts.
Got to leave this here.
Once again, banged up, didn't play last night. Myron Metcalf in for Canty today. Evan Cohen with you. So you heard some of the audio there. Lakers and Thunder get back at it tonight in Game 2 of their series. It feels like most people have kind of already decided this series is over. Don't know that I can blame them for doing that. Can LeBron play any better, Myron, to carry them through, or is this donezo in your mind?
It feels like it's done. You know, I'm intrigued by the idea of a healthy Austin Reeves, a healthy Luka being a part of this series and kind of what happens. But OKC's just too good, too much depth. Like, they got a chance to go on a run, and I haven't felt that about a team in a long time.
Yeah, I don't see it either, unfortunately. And you hate to say that because you never want to be dismissive of a player of the caliber of LeBron James. He's arguably the second greatest player to ever live. And you want to, even in his 40s, think that he can summon the magic and do something improbable. But to echo Myron's sentiments, when in Game 1, you have Shea having an off night in the manner in which he did, and it still did not matter 1 ounce, and you're still without Luka, I don't see it happening.
Wait, so before we go further on the LeBron part, Myron, you said Oklahoma City could go on a run, something I haven't seen or felt about a team in a long time. You're saying multi-championship run, dynastic run?
Multi-championships. Yeah, multi-championships. I mean, we had those conversations a little bit about Boston, Denver, Milwaukee, but I feel like with the youth and the depth, they got a chance to do something that we haven't seen since the Warriors, right? 2017, 2018. I will say quickly on LeBron, though, this is the greatest over 40 performance I think we've seen in sports. I mean, to do this in this sport at this level is still the most impressive thing I think we've seen of somebody his age.
Jack Nicklaus, 1986 Masters, 45.
He wasn't running with SGA and Chet Holmgren. George Foreman, great, but, I mean, those guys weren't trying to keep up with 20-year-olds in a sport.
Wait, whoa. Hold on a second.
I thought you were going to go Brady.
Well, I could go Brady too, but hold on a second. You said you got to win. You got Mike Brown. Okay, cool. You're doing it in the second round. So now you're giving credit to LeBron for running? Is that what because he's running?
No. Mike,
he didn't win.
Dude, Mike Brown and LeBron are not in the same category. LeBron on a shorthanded team, getting his team to this point and that performance he's had so far. I mean, against OKC, there were stretches where he was the best player on the floor at 41 years old. We've never seen, I don't think, anything like that. And because of the level of the sport, past the age of 40 and over, to me, this is the greatest thing we've ever seen in sports.
Brady. I mean, thank you, Smalls.
Brady was great. But again, it's a different sport. And I think the physical demands of LeBron right now in this sport, to me, is more impressive.
And especially without Luka and, of course, without Reeves for a stretch.
Yeah. He's doing it by himself.
He's been awesome. I don't know that I would go that far, but obviously, you tip your cap to LeBron. But what is now? Okay, so now if we were going to sit there and say, Myron and Smalls, he's been awesome, past 40 years old. He's carrying the Lakers. They're in the second round. Reeves was awful in the first game. It's his team right this second until Luka gets back. He's been great, et cetera, but they're going to lose the series. Then what? Then what happens? Does he go back to Lakers? Does he consider just staying in LA and going to the Clippers? Are the Cavs on the table? Are the Warriors on the table? Is retirement on the table? So if he's this good at this age, and it's the best 40-plus year old performance in all sports historically per Myron Metcalf, well, why not keep it going? And if you're going to keep it going, where?
Yeah, I mean, to me, I don't think LeBron is retiring without a retirement tour. I know he says he doesn't want it. But I guarantee, he's going to make it known this is my last year. I just don't think he's going to do it differently. And I also think being next to Luka is probably his best chance to compete for a championship. Would he consider Cleveland? Maybe. But why not stay in L.A.? I mean, L.A. to him wasn't even just about basketball, right? It was bigger than that. It was his business interests. It was a place where his wife wanted to be. So I think L.A. is more than what he's doing on the court. I think he'll stay.
I think he'll stay too. But I don't take anything off the table when it comes to LeBron James. Maybe more than any modern athlete that we've seen, he will move the pieces of the puzzle around. He will figure out a way to make it work for him for what he wants to do. I'm with Myron. I definitely think we'll know that it's the end. Not even if LeBron wants it or not, but I'm sure the NBA wants it. I'm sure the NBA wants to maximize the LeBron James farewell tour. Imagine what ticket prices will be. Imagine what viewership will be.
Yeah.
I've never seen LeBron James play live. If I know it's the end, I'm going to pony up to see it. You better believe it.
It's an excellent point for this reason. If you're Adam Silver, and Adam Silver doesn't rule with the iron fist, right? He's not intense that way. He's not David Stern. If you're Adam Silver, I think it is completely justified to call LeBron James after this season and say, listen, if you're coming back, awesome. We want you back as long as we'll take you in a wheelchair out there, whatever you want to do, right? At 95 years old. Yeah. But if you're thinking about retirement and you make that decision, I'm asking you to let me know. We have done everything in this league to do everything under your wishes. Everything we have, this last 10 to 20 years in the NBA, the LeBron James era. And many people don't like the LeBron James era of the NBA. It is the friendship era, the way in which the schedule is, all this stuff, the branding.
Player empowerment.
Yeah, player empowerment. The branding of hey, we've got this big partner that could come in. You cool with this, LeBron? Think
about the domino effect that this league has had and players having agency in their career in a different way since LeBron James did the decision.
That's right. So I think it is completely reasonable for Adam Silver to say to LeBron James, I need you to do me a favor. I've done you so many of them. I need the retirement tour. And if you want to blame me, I don't care.
This is a business. And what would be a bigger storyline or a bigger boom for their business than LeBron James' retirement tour next season? There's no storyline that would compare. There's nothing that would generate more money for the league at all.
Do you think LeBron has to let Silver know?
Yeah.
You think he owes it to him?
Yeah. Because LeBron James understands what he means to this game. He understands his place in history. And he understands that people will want the opportunity to show their appreciation for him and what he's given us as basketball fans.
And Myron, quickly, it's a perfect passive-aggressive move. I didn't want to do this. Adam made me.
He wants the praise. Yeah, he wants the praise. I do wonder, though, we talked about Brady. Do you trust he'll stay retired?
Yeah, I do. I really do.
We are so far gone with the Thunder-Lakers series. We're now projecting could LeBron come out of retirement before he's retired before Game 2 tonight. That's how. You want to know how much this show has now written off the Lakers, who I thought could go 6? We are now wondering if LeBron could come out of retirement. He hasn't retired. Here's Smalls with more on Sherwin-Williams.